game coverage of your South High Bison athletic programs.
And it goes out of bounds to South.
Expert play-by-play with Steve McDonald.
Still Saver gets it on right side high.
In-depth color commentary by Alan Cummings.
Huge break for South. We've got East rattled.
And all of the excitement from your South High Bison athletic programs.
He gets it up, he's in the end zone!
Are you ready?
And this is going to be absolutely humongous.
Here is Stephen Allen live on 1112 BISN.
Hey, this is Allen, 1112 BISN, coming at you live, Cheyenne South High School for the 4A Conference regular season finale as your Cheyenne South High Bison host our crosstown rival from the north, Cheyenne Central High School. Girls tip off, it's set approximately about 5:30. Boys to follow on this doubleheader at approximately 7. The reason why I'm saying approximately is it is senior night for Cheyenne South High School, and there will be senior night festivities as we recognize the seniors on both squads, as well as the dance and cheer team. Right here going on right now, your South Bison JV team lead 45-42 over Central's JV with just a minute and a half left in this game. Dre McCray is at the free throw line, and I missed if he hit it or not, so yep, looks like he missed it. South still leads 45-42. We're going to take an in-depth look here at the matchups between your Cheyenne South Bison and the Cheyenne Central Indians. First, we'll cover the girls' game, then we'll cover the boys' game, and then we'll get to the actual game after all the festivities with Steve McDonald calling the play-by-play and me, Allen, doing the color commentary. Hopefully it'll be an exciting game. Your South High Bison boys pulled off the upset win over Cheyenne East Wednesday night, 60-56. So let's hope they keep that going and pull off another upset over Cheyenne Central, and then I'll go over the playoff scenarios going to the 4A East Regionals. We're going to take a quick time out, come back here live for the S&J Science pregame show on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
Hey, this is Allen, 1112 BISN, back here live with the S&J Science pregame show from Cheyenne South High School. Let's go and take a look at the first game matchup. Hey! Your Cheyenne South Bison host the number 5 ranked Cheyenne Central Lady Indians. Lady Indians and the South Lady Bison will play in the 4A East Regional next week. No matter what happens tonight, they're going to be the 4 or 5 seeds, and I guess it just comes down to a matter of which one's 4, which one's 5. If South wins tonight, it'll come down to a tiebreaker. If Central wins, they'll obviously be the 4. South will still be the 5. So, Lady Indians used hot shooting from their star, Emily Evans, to defeat the Lady Bison. Evans would score 23 points as her and the rest of the Lady Indians combined to shoot 7 out of 15 from long range. Even though the Lady Indians led the whole way in that game, the Lady Bisons did stay within striking distance. They were just unable to get over that hump as they ended up losing 48-34 at Cheyenne Central. When you look at both teams, Cheyenne Central averages 46 points a game, which is 4th in the 4A East, 6th in the 4A Conference, and then they give up 44.6 points a game, which is 4th in the 4A East, also 6th in the 4A Conference. South averages 38 points a game, which is 5th in the 4A East, 9th in the 4A Conference, and they give up 44.5 points a game, which is 3rd in the 4A East, 5th in the 4A Conference. Surprisingly, the Lady Indians didn't walk away from Laramie in their victory over the Lady Plainsmen last night. Lady Indians are driven by their star senior guard, Emily Evans. If she's playing well, then the Lady Indians are obviously going to be playing well. If she struggles, then the Lady Indians are probably going to be struggling as well. The Lady Bison lost to the third-ranked Lady Thunderbirds on Wednesday night, but they made things very interesting at the end. The Lady Bison were down by 27 points to the Lady T-Birds heading into the fourth. The Lady Bison would go on a 16-0 run in the fourth and would even cut the Lady T-Bird down to even as low as 10 points at one point in the game before the Lady T-Birds used free throws to ice away the victory. The Lady Bison did not allow a field goal in the fourth quarter of that game to the T-Birds, as all of the 7 points that the T-Birds scored in that quarter were all from the free throw line. That type of effort, marked up with the effort against number 1 Sheridan last weekend, should be enough to let these women on this team know that they can really play with any game, with any team at any time. Both teams right now, looking shooting-wise, Cheyenne Central shoots the ball about 38%, South at 31%. Rebounding-wise, the Lady Bison have the edge there as they average about 27 rebounds a game. Lady Indians are at 23. Assist-wise, the Lady Indians are dishing about 7 assists a game, South at 3. Steals, the Lady Indians are stealing the ball 8 times a game, South 9 times a game. Blocks, the Lady Indians are blocking the ball 1 time a game as well as the Lady Bison. Turnover-wise, the Lady Indians are turning the ball over 13 times a game, and they're forcing 13 turnovers a game as well. The Lady Bison are averaging 15 turnovers a game, but they're also forcing 15 turnovers a game. Team fouls, the Lady Indians are very good at that and very disciplined. They only average 10 fouls a game. The Lady Bison are at 16 fouls a game. Like I said earlier, looking at this matchup, the Lady Indians rely heavily on their senior combo guard, Emily Evans. And, obviously they should. She leads the team with 16.5 points a game. She's the second leading scorer for the Indians is number 21, Abby Fernial. If Evans doesn't score, the Lady Indians are in serious trouble, though. The Lady Indians are apt to turning the ball over, and sometimes they'll throw up shots that'll leave your head scratching. But when they get rolling offensively, they're a very hard team to beat, honestly. The Lady Bison seem to have found some offensive continuity over the past couple of weeks. Even though East shut them out in the third quarter, they were able to score more points in the fourth quarter than the 3 previous quarters combined. It all starts, obviously, with number 22, Dani Noble. If she can get going early, that does leave spaces on the floor for Lexie Apodaca and sister Carly Noble to get scoring as well. The rebounding of Clarke has been huge. She averages 6.4 rebounds a game. Dani Noble's right below her at 6.2. If she can keep getting some of those offensive rebounds, that's going to give South more second-chance opportunities, third-chance scoring opportunities. And on the defensive end of it, they're going to leave a lot of one-shot possessions to the Lady Indians. If the Lady Indians do play zone, they're going to have to collapse onto the three-point shooters really good. That's what killed them in that first game. One reason why the Lady Bison like to play zone is they're not very deep. So they'll play zone to keep their players out of foul trouble. So if they do that, they got to make sure they get on Emily Evans and don't let her get started early shooting those 3 like they did up February 6th up north in Cheyenne Central. Looking at the player stat comparison, Central, their leading scorer is number 5, Emily Evans at 16 points a game. South is Dani Noble at 11. Rebounds, number 21, Abby Fernial comes in at 5. Clarke for South at 6.4. Assists, Emily Evans dishes out just under 2 assists a game. Lexie Apodaca is at 1 a game. Steals for the Central Indians, number 11, Erin McIntyre averages about 2 steals a game, and so does number 24, Lexie Apodaca for South. Blocks, Emily Evans leads the Lady Indians at half a block a game. Dani Noble's at 0.6. The 4A East Conference rankings have not been changed. They're not any different from the last month. Sheridan's 1, Gillette is 2, Cheyenne East is 3, Natrona is 4, and Central is 5. So if you look at the 4A East Conference seeding scenarios right now going into this girls' game, Sheridan and Gillette girls have clinched the first-round byes in the automatic state berths to the 4A state championships. If Sheridan wins tonight against Gillette, they'll be the number 1 seed in the 4A East tournament, and Gillette will be the number 2 seed. If Gillette wins tonight against Sheridan, then it's going to come down to a coin toss to see who's the 1 and 2 seeds in next week's 4A East tournament. One thing about the Sheridan game, Robbie Ryan is not playing in that game tonight as she injured her ankle here last weekend playing against Cheyenne South. Cheyenne East, they're the number 3 seed in the 4A East. The Lady Thunderbirds regardless of the outcome, will be the 3 seed, and they will play Laramie in the first round next Thursday, regardless if they win or lose. Now, the number 4 and 5 seed is where I said it's interesting. Right now, Central is the 4, South is the 5. They'll play each other in Sheridan next Thursday in the opening round of the 4A East Conference Tournament, regardless of what happens tonight. If Central beats South tonight, they'll be the 4 seed. If South wins tonight, it'll force a tiebreaker, which will go to coin toss on who the 4 or the 5 seed is for these two teams. Laramie, they haven't won a game in conference so far. They're going to face the Lady Thunderbirds next Thursday. And in tonight's action on the Dairy Queen scoreboard, like I said, number 2 Gillette will be at number 1 Sheridan. Laramie's at number 3 Cheyenne East. Number 4 Natrona is at Green River. Kelly Walsh is at Rock Springs. And the number 5 Central is here at Cheyenne South. So that's the girls' matchup on the S&J Science pregame show. We're going to take a quick timeout and get to the boys' matchup on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E Network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
This is Alan, 1112 BISN, back here live with the S&J Science pregame show as the senior night festivities have started now. Sabrina Romero being honored for the Cheyenne South Lady Bison. Played for the Lady Bison for a couple of years, and she's been their team manager now for the past year or two as well. Key cog to the Lady Bison basketball team. So we're going to go ahead and keep on with the Lady Bison senior night festivities. That's Steve that just coughed, by the way, everybody, if you're listening. There's Jesse Horn from KGWN TV5. Let's see if he can wave. Oh, he's ignoring me. I'm going to see if I can get Jesse Horn to wave at us. Jesse Horn just gave us the nod of the head, folks. Lexie Apodaca is being introduced for the Lady Bison. She has been one of the key cogs of the Lady Bison the last couple of years, running point for the team. Took a lot of pressure off Dani Noble, as Dani Noble had to run point for a couple of years. Lexie's growth on this team has been huge compared to last year and this year. One of the best in the 4A conference at stealing the ball. Honestly, any team she's faced this year, she's also been able to get to the basket pretty much anytime she wants to. She's finally getting a lot of those shots to go down. She is going to be a huge loss for the Lady Bison because she plays so aggressively, defensively, and you know what? She helps pick up a lot of the offense as well. Kara Clarke, the other senior, number 42, Kara Clarke. What can I say about her? She's part of the Twin Towers underneath, teaming up with Dani Noble. She's right now the leading rebounder on the team at 6.4 rebounds a game. Huge player. Great soccer player as well. So her career at South's not over quite yet. Still got soccer to come. But basketball, she's able to pull down the boards, do the dirty work down low, battling against the other team's bigs, and she's able to get a lot of those offensive rebounds, giving the Lady Bison a lot of second and third chance opportunities. She's always working her butt off, and I'll tell you what, she might not score a lot of points, but with what she does for the team, helping defensively, helping offensively keep offensive series alive, that type of effort right there is something that you cannot really fathom. And then you got Taylor Landon, who's going to be coming up next. Taylor Landon has been kind of the quiet player for the Lady Bison. She's been on the varsity team, honestly, the last 3 years, seeing most of her action this year as a senior. She's actually a really, really good shooter for the Lady Bison. She doesn't shoot the ball as much, but when she gets to shooting the ball, she's such a solid player. Defensively, she's really good at shutting down some of the other team's opposing point guards. And I'll tell you what, it's not an easy job to do when you're going up against some of these quicker guards. She's done really well. She's been one of those players that has never complained about her role on the team. She always just comes out as hard as she can, and she's been a true team player. And that type of effort, that's going to be missed as well for the Lady Bison. Got a lot of players that are looking up to Taylor because she's done so much for the Lady Bison program. You know, she's being hugged by Maria Grogan right now, who's one of those players that is one of the up and coming studs. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Lady Bison that everybody is going to really miss for Cheyenne South High School. She's the last senior to be introduced. Number 22, Dani Noble. Dani Noble, 4-year starter for the Lady Bison, came in as a freshman, started as a freshman, and all over time she's pretty much owns almost every school record you can in basketball. She's second in games played in girls basketball behind, actually, Jasmine Waters, who graduated last year. She's the all-time leading scorer for the Lady Bison, the all-time leading rebounder for the Lady Bison, all-time leader in steals, all-time leader in assists. She's got the most points scored in a season for the Lady Bison. She did that last year when she scored 342 in a season. She was a 2014 All-Conference and All-State basketball honoree, and she will be playing basketball at the University of Northern Colorado next year. And I'll tell you what, she might not have had the same numbers offensively that she has last year or the year before, but what she brings to this team is she brings leadership, she brings toughness. She is not afraid to go up against any of the best players. And if you take a look at Coach Scott Noble right now, I know it's kind of hard to see because he's blinded right now, but he was actually in Gillette yesterday and this morning, drove back from Gillette today to be here for senior night. She is the second Noble to graduate from Cheyenne South High School, joining her brother Cade Noble, who graduated a couple of years ago. And then in a couple of years, we'll have another Noble graduating with Carly Noble, who's on her left. She'll be graduating as well as she's a sophomore. Tell you what, Dani's always brought the sense of humor. She's a very hardworking kid, but she knows when to take a break and let the fun side out of it as well. So we're going to take a quick time out here as we celebrate senior night. I'm going to throw up Dani Noble again. We're going to recognize here one of the best Lady Bison basketball players to be in the program, and we'll be back on the S&J Science Pregame show on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you. Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com, and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at MistyWoods.com.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
He's number 46 in football, but he wears number 35 for South during the basketball season, and he'll be recognized as one of the two seniors on the boys team later on tonight before the boys basketball game. But we're going to go ahead and concentrate on the boys matchup against Cheyenne Central now, as last night things got really interesting in the 4A East Conference as Cheyenne Central was able to defeat Laramie, causing a three-way tie for the number 2 seed right now in the 4A East. Central comes into tonight's game with a 5-4 conference record, South 1-8. Overall records are pretty close though. Central's 10-10, South is 8-12 in the 4A East Conference. In their last matchup on February 6, 2015, the Bison came out scorching hot as they scored 11 points in the first quarter, held Central to 9. Then they would go cold. As a matter of fact, they went so cold they only scored 6 points over the next 2 quarters en route to a 52-31 loss. Indians used a lot of zone defense in that particular game against South from the second quarter on, and the Bison weren't able to get anything going offensively because of it. Actually, it wasn't until middle of the fourth quarter when Marquez Jefferson started raining NBA threes that South's offense finally got going in that particular game. One thing that makes Central really good in running that zone defense is they're tall and they're lengthy. Because of that height and that length, it cuts down a lot of the gaps in that particular zone, and they did just enough to frustrate the Bison offense. Looking at offense, Central averages a little under 49 points a game, which is last in the 4A East Conference, 11th in the 4A Conference. They give up 48 points a game as well, which is first in the 4A East Conference, second in the 4A Conference. South, and this is not including their win against Cheyenne East, they average 52 points a game, which is fifth in the 4A East, ninth in the 4A Conference. They give up just under 56 points a game, which is fifth in the 4A East, ninth in the 4A Conference. The Indians' defense is very good, and like I said, it's really good because they have the height. I'll tell you what, they have like 6 or 7 players that are 6'2" or taller. They cut down the passing lanes quite easily, making it really hard for teams to get any continuity going on offense. The Indians hold their opponents to 36% field goal percentage as they make teams try to beat them from the outside. The Indians had a big win last night against Laramie, forcing that three-way tie for second between themselves, Laramie and Gillette. And we'll get to that playoff matchup here momentarily. The Bison have been a different team in their last 3 games, and that change finally took hold as the Bison did defeat number 4 Cheyenne East on Wednesday night. When the Bison are able to play as a team and not fight amongst themselves on the floor, they're actually one of the most dangerous teams in the state. In their loss to the Indians earlier this month, the Bison were hungover, honestly. I'm not going to lie. They lost to Cheyenne East the night before, a game that they led pretty much the whole way, ended up losing by 3 points. They were hungover, and it showed in that game. This time around, the Bison defeated East, and they've had a full day to soak in that win, get over that win, and get ready for Cheyenne Central. To where Central, on the other hand, had the big win against Laramie last night and really haven't had much time to be able to get over that, so maybe Central will come in a little bit hungover. We're about 6 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with the rest of the SJ Science pregame show on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money?
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, back here live with the S&J Science pregame show as the Central Lady Indians are lining up right in front of me. Looking at the team stat comparison, team shooting wise, Central's shooting the ball. This is the boys team, by the way. They shoot the ball 42% throughout the game, South at 41%. Rebounds, Central averages 24 rebounds a game, South also at 24 rebounds a game. Assists, they average 8.4 assists a game, South averages 8.7 assists a game. Steals, Central stealing the ball 7.4 times a game, South is at 9 times a game. Blocks, and this is kind of surprising with as tall as Central is, they only average just over 2 blocks a game, South is just over 1 block a game. Turnover-wise, Central turns the ball over about 15 times a game, but they force a little under 14 turnovers a game, to where South turns the ball over 16 times a game, and they force 13 turnovers a game. Team foul-wise, both teams are the same. Both teams average 17 fouls a game. The Indians, as a team, shoot 31% from long range, but in big games, their three-point shooters come up big, especially none bigger than number 33, Grant Storbo, who shoots 43% from long range. He averages just under 7 points a game, but when that kid is left alone on the three-point line, I can guarantee you that he's going to hit him. The Indians still count on their leading scorer, number 2, Nick Fraley, to keep them going, but when their outside shots are falling, this team is very, very hard to defend. Brock Anderson is the leading rebounder for the Indians and has a knack of keeping opposing teams to one-shot possessions or giving his team second or third shot opportunities. South played its most complete game of the season against Cheyenne East last Wednesday. And honestly, it's probably their most complete victory since they beat Riverton at the Cheyenne Classic at the beginning of January. The Bison had 30 rebounds in their victory over East Wednesday night, but more importantly, they did not turn the ball over as much as they normally do. The Bison were patient, and they ran their very fast-paced offense perfectly for most of the game. The Bison used their speed to force a lot of turnovers against East and force East into a lot of situations they weren't frankly ready to be into. For the Bison to win tonight, they're going to have to run that same type of game plan to force Central into uncomfortable situations and keep their defense off balance. The one thing about South is if they can get their transition game going, that won't let Central get their zone defense set. So we're about 2 minutes away. I'm going to take a look at the 4A East Conference tournament scenarios real quick for boys. Number 1, Sheridan locked up the seed last weekend with their victory over South. So they clinched the automatic 4A state berth into the 4A state championships. Looking for the automatic berth into the 4A state champions for number 2, you've got a lot of scenarios. And for you to hear those, tune in before the boys game on the S&J Science pregame show, as we're going to take a quick timeout, go over starting lineups, and get ready for tip-off on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
For an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics, here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship.
Okay, back here live. Who's that? At Bison Gymnasium. Tonight's starting lineup's brought to you by Capital Communications Incorporated.
Yes.
And we'll start with the Central Lady Indians. They'll come out this way at one guard position, 5'10" senior, wearing number 2, Michaela McBride. She's actually a forward, excuse me. At the guard, a 5'5" senior, number 5, Emily Evans. Another guard, 5 feet 4 inches tall, a senior, number 11, Erin McIntyre. Sophie Seeley's a 5'9" forward. She is also a senior. She wears number 14. And finally rounding out, a 5'7" guard, a junior, number 15, Claire Swanson. So Claire Swanson, Sophie Seeley, Erin McIntyre, Emily Evans, and Michaela McBride, your starters for the Central Lady Indians, who will be dressed in their road black uniforms trimmed in red and white. Their head coach, of course, is Curtis Martindale in his first year, and he's got this team ranked number 5 in the state and playing good basketball there, coming off a win over Laramie last night. They were up big in the second half, and Laramie came back and only lost by a few points.
Reminds me of the victory they had against South had against Laramie in Laramie. We were up big and then barely won. So
Central held Laramie to 6 points in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, gave up 20 in the fourth. And now for our national anthem.
you know what, Steve?
Coach Glenn Kirkbride looking awful dapper in his suit coat tonight. Yeah.
My heart's so big, I almost have to use both hands to cover it.
I'm not even going to go there. I was going to say something, but
what?
Leave it alone.
What?
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the South Lady Bison on senior night. They'll come out like this at one guard position, number 4, Taylor Landon. Landon, a 5'6" senior. At the other guard, Carly Noble. She wears number 11. She's only a sophomore, 5 feet 5 inches tall. Anna Sanchez.
That's what we're assuming. I'm assuming
take a
Taylor
look
Landon.
down there. No, Anna's not getting the start, so Taylor's going to start for Landon.
I figured
so
she
we'll
would
move along
it's
to
senior night, so.
Dani Noble. Dani, of course, going to University of Colorado next year. She's a 5'11" senior. And Lexie Apodaca, also a senior, 5 feet 2 inches tall. She wears number 24. And Kara Clarke, she's a senior. 42 is her number, and she's a 5'9" senior. So Kara Clarke, Dani Noble, Lexie Apodaca, and Taylor Landon are the seniors that start. Carly Noble, the lone non-senior starter.
And you know,
I tell you what, Central does not have an imposing-looking group of gals on the floor.
They don't, but you know one thing?
They're quick and they can shoot.
They really do well is they shoot. They shoot the ball, and they're led by Emily Evans, Steve. And I tell you what, if she gets going early, this could be a really long night for Cheyenne South, just like it was the first time we played them when she scored 23 points against us.
South in their home whites, white trim. We have a brand new crew of officials tonight that we have not seen before. They're from Colorado.
I've never seen these guys before.
So let's see what we get.
They all got good haircuts, though, man.
Nice haircuts.
They look pretty clean cut. Well, this is a Wyoming. He says Wyoming Sports.
Oh, these are Wyoming guys. They're not Colorado. They got WHSAA patches. They're not from here, though.
I wonder if they're from Laramie. We could be in trouble. As we're about to tip off, in the jump circle, number 22, Dani Noble for South, number 14 for the Lady Indians.
All right, so taps won by Cheyenne South, the officiating crews from Rock Springs / Green River.
Oh, wow.
So they went out to the west to get a crew tonight. I wonder if these guys are doing both games. We'll see. Anyways, Carly Noble has it on the left wing. We're just underway here. Crosstown rivalry. Lexie, 17-footer with a foot on the line, and she drains it.
What a great way to start, Steve. I'll tell you what, it's like they picked up, hopefully, right where they left off against Cheyenne East Wednesday night.
Tickles the twine from 17. We got a Kobe Philbin sighting.
What? We got to get his autograph.
Now Central working it out top. Emily Evans thought about popping one, gives it off to number 11. That's Erin McIntyre. She misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Kara Clarke. South quickly the other way. Nice student section for the girls game here. This gym's likely to get rocking and rolling here.
Looks like indoor track made it back.
Yep, they did. Lexie gets it. Right elbow, 15. Can't get that to fall, but it's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Claire Swanson from Central. So South will keep the ball.
Dang, I don't even have her on here, dude.
Danny's
I'm looking at the
gonna
girls.
get the inbounds.
That's why. I'm looking at the boys, I mean.
You say those are some weird girls' names. Nicholas, Dontel. Now Kara. They leave her open. She gets it on the right side to Lexie. Dani gets to the bucket, banks it off the glass and in. Nice move there, 4-0. South Lady Bison lead.
That was one of my keys of the game, Steve, is getting Dani going early. If she can get going early, because there's really no one out there that can really match her when it comes to athleticism down low. She gets going early, it's going to open up the floor for the Lady Bison. One thing they got to do is keep an eye on Emily Evans, though, and not leave her roaming that three-point line.
McIntyre's going to launch a three there, and that's good. So Aaron McIntyre for Lady Indians.
McIntyre at 31%, 31% from long range. So if there's someone they're going to want to shoot that, they're going to let her shoot it over Emily Evans.
Ball inside to Dani. She'll kick it out top to Karis. Reset it on the left wing to Lexie. Down to Dani. Dani's got Michaela McBride on her. Dani steps back from about 12 and busts one.
6-3 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
South coming away with some possessions on the offense that are paying good dividends for them. Now McIntyre with Landon all over her. That's going to go off Michaela McBride's hands. There's a turnover by the Lady Indians, and South will have the ball.
That's a huge turnover, Mean Gene. How'd you like that?
I loved it.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to our boys swimming and dive team who took 6th place as a team up at the 4A state championships, their highest finish ever in swimming, boys swimming at least, for South High School.
South girls working it in their zone. They get it to Dani Noble. Dani, she's going to try to bust another one. Takes Michaela to the hole, puts it up, can't get it to go, but she's fouled. I believe she'll go to the line.
No, they're saying it's on the floor. That dude has no neck. That ref, well, he does, but. Boy, they were kind of like orchestrated, too, when they came out. They were all together in the middle, and they all ran out to that was kind of cool.
Yeah, they usually always do that.
I haven't seen Cheyenne refs do it.
Yeah,
not like as concert as they do. It's like they planned it on their drive over.
Oh, Taylor Landon gets a little senior love there as she kicks it off the glass from about 10 feet out. 8-3 South.
I always said Taylor Landon
can
be an offensive threat. She put up 18 against Laramie, so if she can get going, we can get 4 Bison players scoring this game. This could be a really good game. This, like I said, they're playing each other next week in Sheridan, Steve.
So Central working around in the offensive zone. Nothing goes down better on a cold winter's night than some Dairy Queen ice cream. So make sure you visit them on East Pershing.
Tell them 1112 BISN sent you. Tell them you like Coach Philbin's sweater vest. That's going to be a turnover Central. Number 21, Abby Fernial.
Yeah, we love that.
Oh, Lexie Apodaca bringing the ball up the floor.
We're just trying to position ourselves for a peanut butter parfait.
South leads 8-3 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard right now.
Taylor Landon with it. She gets it to the right elbow. Now looking down low to Dani in the lane. Turns, puts her right hand up. Can't get to go. Rebound, Kara Clarke. And, man, there's some senior action going tonight, as all 4 of the seniors are in the book that have started.
Just so you know, that was the South Bison's first field goal miss, and it was put right back up by Kara. She's got 2 rebounds in the game already.
Oh, and Dani almost got a steal there, and she does.
I think that's going to be on Lexie. You know why I saw that foul, Steve? Because she did shove her to the ground.
That's an illegal move, Mean Gene.
Want to send our deepest sympathy to the Nimoy family, as Leonard Nimoy passed away today. Mr. Spock.
Maria Grogan checks in for the Lady Bison.
What, man? Hey, I was a Trekkie growing up, man. That's hard. That's disheartening to hear that.
Oh, the Taylor's playing with a lot of hands. Can't play with those hands. I mean, it's this last regular season game. So Clarke Swanson will bring it in right in front of our broadcast position here. She'll get it to McIntyre. McIntyre.
Yeah,
a couple of new Lady Indians in the game I got to catch up with. Abby Fernio is one of them.
I like that South's playing a man defense because that keeps the pressure on Emily Evans, not leaving her wide open on the three-point line like she was last time we played Central. That should be
McIntyre almost gets it stole by Dani.
Almost.
Abby Fernio and Sarah Creasel, the two new Lady Indians that are in. Emily Evans has it underneath.
Watch the quick post back.
Turn around right-hander, and that's good. Central gets a couple points from Emily.
I heard a slap on the skin. I'm surprised nothing was called.
Anna Sanchez now in for South, along with Maria Grogan. Dani's got a count going on. He got to do something with it. Gets her dribble cut off by number 33, and they'll reset it back out top. Anna Sanchez. 2:34 to go. First quarter, South with the 10-5 lead.
On the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Lexie's going to try the 15-footer. Good. 4 points for Lexie. And timeout by Curtis Martindale.
30-second timeout.
2:22 to go, first quarter on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. At South 12, Central 5. All the scoring done by the four starting seniors for South. 2 points for Taylor Landon, 4 for Dani and Lexie, 2 for Kara Clarke. Stay tuned after this for boys action. There'll be senior night for the boys and I believe for the cheer and dance teams in between games.
Yes.
So the boys game will probably tip off closer to 7:30. And the Lady Indians will bring it up off the timeout. It'll be Erin McIntyre. Gets to Abby Fernio, right side Emily Evans. Evans, out top, Creasel. She gives it off to Swanson, McIntyre, and Evans. Cross-courted to Creasel. Claire Swanson tries baseline. She gets cut off by Dani Noble. Central, good ball movement. South in that man defense. Left wing, Creasel. Gets it swatted by Dani.
Oh, they called it.
Oh!
What? You got to be kidding me.
That looked like a good block.
That looked like a good block from here, too, Steve. That's what I was thinking. That looked like a clean block.
Whew. Penalizing good defense.
Makes me wonder if that's why we always get more fouls called against us when we're at Rock Springs.
First one's a miss.
South still leads 12-5.
Creasel,
57% free throw shooter on the season.
And she makes the second. South student section in full throat early on. Hey, Bobby. Bob Meredith. Aztec Construction represented in the house. And Maria Grogan loses the handle. Turnover, Lady Bison.
Well, I tell you what, Dani did not recognize Maria earlier. Earlier in that setup right there, Maria was wide open. She got it to her too late.
12-6, Lady Bison, 1:33 to go first quarter. Kara Clarke set to check back in at the next dead ball. Erin McIntyre will bring it ahead for South. She get it right side, Emily Evans. Evans cross-courts it, Claire Swanson for three. That's no good. Long rebound comes down to Erin McIntyre.
She
She
traveled.
dug her foot.
Oh, my goodness.
And Emily Evans hits the three ball there.
Goodness. How do they not see that?
Looks like a travel to me.
South still leads 12-9 with a minute left in this first quarter.
But regardless whether it's travel or not, they did do a good job of rotating over. Oh, and Lexie Apodaca hits another
Boy, she's feeling it.
16-footer.
6 points. South leads 14-9. 45 seconds left in this first quarter.
Emily Evans just going to fire up another three. That will go. And there's a foul, 33. Creasel with the foul there. Only 2 fouls for Central, 3 for South. 38 seconds to go. Kara Clarke checks in for Taylor. There's a steal almost by Claire Swanson. They better get it across. And they don't. 10 seconds.
Took too long to look for the passer, the person to pass the ball to on that series, Steve. When you're trying to beat a trapping defense like that, you got to have quick ball movement as you're making the ball up the floor. This time they just took their time passing the ball to each other. Didn't really have any sense of urgency moving the ball up the floor. Backcourt violation.
So Central may get a shot here for last shot. 12 seconds to go. Emily Evans has it. Now they need to get into working something. Emily trying to go on Lexie. Lexie cuts her off. Man, Central fans are in rare form tonight. There's a shooting foul.
So every South starter has now earned a foul with Kara Clarke picking up. Oh, they called that on Kara Clarke, right? Yep.
Carly doesn't have a foul. 4 team fouls.
She doesn't?
Nope. 4 team fouls.
Okay,
so all the starting seniors have a foul.
That's it.
That's what you meant.
21.
Abby Fernio makes the first free throw.
She's one of the better free throw shooters for Central, so
66%. I'll say it because Alan doesn't want it.
I didn't want to jinx him, man. See, look.
Yeah, baby.
That's going to go off of Lexie's hands. That's going to be Central ball. Why didn't she go after it? She just let the ball roll right out of bounds. She could have turned around and got after that, and she didn't.
So the refs are going to come together here. I think they're trying to make a clock adjustment here.
They're saying it should be 1 second.
So they dropped it down to 1 second, so Central's going to have just enough time to throw it in and fire one up.
Got to keep an offensive foul, exactly.
And yes, illegal screen.
She moved. I saw it from here. I know she didn't. I'll let her watch the tape afterwards, but she moved. Can't do that. What do the fans say? You can't do that.
Yeah. I don't know how she even got that shot off, but she almost made it from three-quarter court. So after 1 quarter play on senior night, it's the South Lady Bison 14, Central Lady Indians 10. You're listening to high school basketball here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
That was perfect timing.
Was it? Are you sure about that? Central had the ball to start the second quarter. I finished my mouthful of popcorn.
I was literally giving everybody the bird on the video broadcast. Not the type of bird you're thinking.
Michaela McBride back in the game. Central working in their offensive zone. Claire Swanson. Out to Creasel. Up top to Evans, right side on the wing to McBride. Oh, she goes right around Kara, but Kara quickly
Nice help
moves her
side
feet and
defense.
hustles down to cut her off on the baseline.
And then Taylor Landon came with that backside defense. Really nice rotation there.
South staying in this man defense. It's been pretty effective so far. Ooh, did that touch? Yeah, it
Yes,
did.
it did. That's what we
Touched
thought,
Michaela
yeah.
last.
Kara Clarke going to get credit with the steal on that one in my scorebook. Central fans sitting down kind of quiet right now, you know.
So Lexie going to take it in now. Central with some full court pressure. They're going to trap with that pressure. South's going to break it up the floor. Hey, what up there, Maddox, my boy? Ugh. Emily Evans, coast to coast, misses the layup. Kara Clarke with another rebound there. So South will have it 14-10. They do lead. Still second quarter action. 6:52 to go to halftime on Dairy Queen scoreboard. Lexie, ooh, she thought about a three there.
Traveled.
And she tippy-toed.
That's only the second turnover for the Lady Bison, which is actually pretty good. So, you know, Central's in that 2-3 zone, and they did that to take away the inside presence of Dani Noble. One way you can beat that, Steve, is by obviously hitting the long-range shots, but attacking the gaps. You attack the gaps, you pull that help side defender off, and Carly Noble's going to pick.
Now all five.
Nope, they called that on Anna.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
Must have been away from the ball then.
That's what I'm thinking, too. He was looking right at Carly. Though.
They get it into McBride. Out top, McIntyre to McBride. Kara doing a nice job on her defensively.
South playing really tight man defense on Emily Evans, making sure that's going to be off of South. So
Tipped into
ball.
the backcourt.
Yep.
And Carly picks up a foul. Now all five starters have a foul.
Not only do all five starters, but 5 out of the 6 players who's played has a foul now, Steve.
Actually, 6 different South players with a foul, 1 each.
As that is the Tri-State Veterinary Clinic statistical update, man.
So next foul for South and Central will be in the bonus to shoot free throws for the rest of the half. Central's only committed 3 fouls of their own. Man, South's playing really good defense, really holding Central down here. And there's a steal. Dani, oh, and she dribbles it off her sister's leg. Oh, should be white ball.
Sisterly love right there, man.
Sisterly love.
You know, it's kind of cool because Dani was able to go to school with her older brother before Cade graduated. Now Carly gets to go to school with her older sister before she graduates.
Oh, my goodness, Lexie. She's got the stroke from outside, and she hits about a 16-footer there.
8 points for Lexie on senior night.
She might be earning herself a little conversation with Allen afterwards.
Boy, she might be.
And that's a coveted prize to earn.
The 11-12 BISN player of the game.
McIntyre. Dani skies over Sophie Seeley and rips the rebound away from her. So Central now 2-3 zone. South just going to hold it outside.
5 minutes left in this first half. South leads the number 5 ranked team in the state by 6.
Dani, NBA bomb!
Make that 9.
Booyah! Man, I thought she had her foot on the sideline over there. She was so far out. Far out. Now Emily Evans, ooh. There was a little switching of the feet that didn't look real good. Now, Michaela McBride misses, but
It's going to be South ball.
Yep, off of 33's Creasel.
Boy, they are unable to get a hold of those rebounds, and that's, you know, that's just as good as a defensive rebound for us. If we tracked team rebounds, that would be a team rebound. But, you know, Central's had about 3 or 4 of those go off their hands on offensive rebound attempts right out of bounds.
Now some man pressure in the backcourt, not really trapping out of it. They need to get it across, and they do. South on a 5-0 run here in the second quarter. And they have a 19-10 lead, midway point of said quarter. Another bomb by Dani. That one can't go. Offensive rebound by Lexie. She can't get it to go.
You realize that was the first basket that Lexie's missed so far? She was 4 for 4 up to that point. Fall away jumper on that putback, just unable to go down. So South fans really getting into it. That's good to hear on usually in the girls' game there's not as many fans here, but to see the student support we have on senior night's amazing.
Cody Allen's got some rec specs on over there.
Oh, Dani almost had it.
Sophie Seeley gets it inside, puts it up and in for the first 2 points of the quarter for Central. 19-12 South lead on the Dairy Queen scoreboard, midway point of the second quarter. Now Sanchez gets it right side Landon. She'll kick it back out and they'll reset the offense up top.
You know, that'd
Central
probably
looking to stay in that zone defense.
That'd probably be the only time Seeley has that wide open of a shot when she gets the ball down low. Dani went for the ball instead of playing the player at that point.
She does have a very pretty ribbon in her hair.
Yeah, it is nice. Matches her uniform. Remember that? 21 for Central.
Gabby Fernio, that's her second foul. Only the fourth team foul. And South will have it underneath their own basket.
You know, why don't we get flowers on senior night?
Senior citizen night.
Yeah, maybe. You are getting up there in age, dude. Ooh.
Inbounded to Dani.
That was kind of a risky inbound.
Oh, three. Bomb off the glass. So Dani feeling a little love on senior night. 10 points for her in the game. 22-12, 10-point Lady Bison lead.
Largest lead of the game for the Lady Bison. Well, I tell you what, let's hope they can keep this up for the whole game.
Especially this defense. They've really held Central out. Central with 2 points in this quarter so far.
Well, you know what? This is the same type of defense that they shut down East with in that fourth quarter.
Another steal. Anna's off to the races. She lays it up and in. South has Central doubled up, 24-12.
Someone's got a horn. I bet you Coach Noble's going to be looking for him.
The Vuvuzela's in the house.
Well, I tell you what.
Going to make Anthony go rip it out of his hands.
South is picked up exactly where they left off in the fourth quarter of the last game. It's nice to see that, Steve, as they lead by 12.
Seeley, and she throws it in off of Anna. Steal by Dani. Dani, another three wide open. Whoa! Just barely missed her front rim, man. If she would have made that, I would have had to say in fuego.
Mass substitution about to take place for the Lady Bison. And that's going to go right out of bounds. Send South ball.
Another Central Lady Indian turnover.
Could this be a hangover from last night? Or maybe is it Central knows that they're playing South next Thursday, you know? So regardless, South wins, you know, South keeps playing like this, they're going to get in Central's head. As this
wanted a full 60-second timeout. Let's take one with them here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your Letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your Letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your Letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-4209 or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard and let them know 1112 BISN sent you. Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about...
Boy, Grandpa Debo's showing everybody how to get it done, Steve.
So here we are, back to action here. 150 and counting, first half. 24-12, South with the lead and the ball. Lady Bison looking good on senior night. Lady Indians not really looking that good tonight for the 5th-ranked team in the state. Dani gets to the hole. Right hand, up and in. And Michaela McBride just cannot stop her. I would go to that well early and often.
Every time, man. Until she shows she can stop it, there's no reason not to pass it down to her every offensive series, honestly.
Out top to Claire Swanson.
South leads
14-point lead.
26-12. Just a minute left in this first half. Well, yeah, they wanted to give Seeley wanted to give it to Evans down low, but Dani Noble was hawking from behind. So
McIntyre right side on the wing. Now they'll go to Sophie Seeley. Boy, they're really trying to post up Emily Evans, the smallest girl on the court. They're really working hard to post her up down low. This time she's going to get baseline. Can't get this 6-footer to drop. Rebound, Kara Clarke.
Under a minute left now.
And now Seeley's down on the floor.
Yep.
And South's going to try to look for a last shot type scenario here.
Ooh, Taylor almost traveled right there on that pass.
Ooh, Dani almost traveled right there.
Too.
12 seconds to go. Now they got to get into a play here.
They're going to go ISO, man. Dani's going to take her to the hole. They're going to come trap her.
Get it to Taylor. She's going to put up a 10-footer. Can't get it to go. Rebound. They fight for Dani. Oh, man, she couldn't get the 3 off. So we are at the half. Good job by the South Lady Bison as they lead 26-12 over the Central Lady Indians here on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. We're at the half here on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you. Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com, and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs, and the best part is she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Hey, this is Al, 1112 BISN, live at the American Storage and Postal Halftime Show as your South Lady Bison lead the number 5 ranked Central Lady Indians 26-12 on senior night at Cheyenne South High School. We're going to take a look at Central stats really quick, as Central was held to 2 points in that second quarter, and that was actually scored by number 14, Sophie Seeley. After that, you got number 5, Emily Evans with 5 points, number 11, Erin McIntyre with 3 points, and then number 21, Abby Ferniow, and number 15, Claire Swanson with 1 point each. I'm sorry, number 33, Sarah Creasel with 1 point each. Looking at the Lady Bison, they're paced by senior number 22, Dani Noble, who shot up 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 steals, followed by senior number 24, Lexie Apodaca, with 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. And then you got senior number 42, Kara Clarke, with 2 points, senior number 4, Taylor Landon, with 2 points, and then junior number 12, Anna Sanchez, with 2 points. Lady Bison, 12 out of 19 from the field. No free throws so far. 10 out of 14 from shots within the 2-point land. They had 4 steals in only 2 turnovers. 6 fouls on the Lady Bison in the first half. 1 foul each. You got Landon with 1, both Nobles with 1, Lexie Apodaca with 1, Anna Sanchez with 1, Kara Clarke with 1. And I'll tell you what, Lady Bison, they found something good, and they're going, and there's really nothing stopping them right now as they're playing exactly how we thought they could play, and they're taking it to them as they lead 26-12. And this is the American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. We're about 6 minutes away from second half action on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need to ship somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notaring. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them at 1112 BISN.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number 1 Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With your personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number 1 Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away. Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your Letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your Letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your Letterman's jacket to life. Give a Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them at 1024 East Pregame Boulevard and let them know 1112 BISN sent you. Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Let's
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTID woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that exist on the website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find a home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, #1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway.
Back here, Bison Gymnasium.
In a raucous gymnasium here.
Second half action coming up. South with a big lead at half. 26-12. They held Central to 2 points.
Two.
In the second quarter. So
one field goal.
See if we keep the defensive pressure up. Central will start with the ball in the second half, working to our left.
South's done a really good job shutting down Emily Evans so far. She's only got 5 points. I think in the last game she had 9 points at the end of the first quarter. She had like 4 threes. On her way to 23 points.
Kayla McBride, left side, Emily Evans. McIntyre, 3-ball. In and out. Rebound, Noble. Dani. And she'll bring it up the floor. South looking to increase upon their lead. Feed down low. Dani gets close and kisses it off the glass for her 14th point on senior night.
She feels it, Steve.
16 points, South Lady Bison lead. It's got to be the sport coat money. It's got to be the sport coat. Emily Evans gets into about 12 feet and knocks one down in a quick timeout. Martindale, 30 seconds. Let's leave it here. As Alan tells you, got some of our fine Bison sponsors.
Want to give a shout out to Capital Communications Incorporated, Tri-State Veterinary Clinic, the SCCDA, American Storage and Postal, Custom Illusions, Dairy Queen on Pershing Boulevard, A Stitch in Life, Mile High Lawn and Tree Care, LCCC, sponsor of the boys basketball team during the summer, YDOT, also a sponsor of the boys basketball team in the summer, and more importantly, Steve.
Sponsor everything that is good in life. So South will have the ball. 14-point lead. 7 to go, third quarter.
Full court trap. You know, this really didn't slow South down in that first quarter. You know, it's a man. I just push the ball up the floor. It's a man press. There's really no trapping going on. So
what a man. What a mighty good man.
What a man, what a man.
What a mighty good man. Defense, that is. Carly, travels, yep. Drug her back foot there. South turnover.
Only the third turnover of the game for the Lady Bison. That's really, really good, honestly.
So Creasel, Fernio come back in for Central. Erin McIntyre will bring the ball up the floor. Emily Evans dribbles. She'll stop and pop. A three. Won't go. Chased down by Creasel.
Did not have position.
Another three by Evans. That won't go. And this time Lexie's going to get the rebound. Well, there's a lot of hands there.
Emily Evans just got...
she got put on her backside
there. She got put on her backside.
Nice. They almost traveled again there.
Nice behind-the-back dribble there from Lexie Apodaca to free up that pressure, and Emily just slid across the floor.
Lexie dribbles out of the 5-second count. Now she'll get into the lane. Right hand, can't get it to go. Carly almost had the rebound, couldn't pull it in. So Central will come the other way with it.
One thing South cannot do now is give momentum to the Lady Indians, because if the Lady Indians start getting some momentum, this game can get a lot closer, and that's exactly what happens. You have number 15, Claire Swanson knocks down a three.
Brings it to an 11-point game. So South does not want to dry up offensively. They had 14 in the first, 12 in the second.
Swanson shoots 20% from long range.
Yeah, and that play was designed for her to get out there and make that shot. Lexie behind the back.
That should have
right
been a
hand,
foul.
she's on the arm, is McIntyre.
But South will be going to the free throw line for the first time this game. See, they did not have one free throw in the first half. Lexie Apodaca with 8 points, looking to hit double digits.
First free throw is good.
Make that 9 points on senior night for the feisty point guard from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
From parts unknown. Looking to make it a 13-point lead. And she'll do it. 10 points for Lexie on senior night.
South leads 30-17 with 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
On the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
There you go. Make sure you visit them off Pershing Boulevard.
McIntyre gets down in the lane, gets cut off. She'll get it to Creasel. That's knocked away by Dani.
Well, I tell you what, she is doing everything to pull down this, hopefully lead the Lady Bison to this emotional night, hopefully. Keep my fingers crossed.
Looking for their record third conference win.
Yes.
Never won 3 conference games in a season. There's a three there. Fernio off the iron, no good. Rebound Emily Evans. South needs to do a better job on the boards.
Yes, they do.
On the defensive end.
They only had 7 rebounds in the first half.
Out top, McIntyre. Boy, Central's just going to bomb away. Kara finally crowds in a rebound there for South. And boy, Central just firing the threes away. Lexie, right hand, can't get. Kara mistimed her jump.
I thought she was going
the only one there.
I thought she was going for the putback dunk.
Oh, that's not. Oh, I thought that was a block or a charge.
Nah, she turned her hip into her, Steve. If she wouldn't have turned her hip into her, it might have been, but Anna kind of turned her hip facing that direction. She's the first Bison to pick up her second foul. Maria Grogan set to check in.
Emily Evans makes the first, only her 8th point.
She's actually the best free throw shooter for the second best, as she's 70% clip from the charity stripe.
She averages almost 17 a game.
South only with 4 points this quarter so far. Did they take the what do they look? Everybody's looking over there.
The Vuvuzela, I think. And she makes the second free throw. So they make it to put the Vuvuzela away. And South will bring it down up by 11.
Well,
in their offensive zone.
Anna Sanchez had the perfect pass. She just had wrong position when she got it.
Dani down low. Tries to bank one off the glass, can't get it to go, and it'll come away to Central.
And now the Lady Bison struggling.
South just coming up empty now on each and every possession.
One-shot possessions. They're getting good shots. They're not going down. Oh, and Dani Noble rejects it, but she gets called for the foul. She must have swiped the arm as she came across and blocks it.
Actually, they're calling a foul on Grogan.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Oh, nope, they fixed it. 22. See, that's where the high school player lacks the experience to raise their hand to save your star players' fouls. You know, your star player gets a foul. The role player is supposed to raise their hand. You know, so.
Fernio makes both, and it's now just single digits for South. 9-point lead. And they are in need of some offensive production here.
9 points in the quarter for Central. South only with 4. I hate to say this is a very important possession, a must possession, but it is, you know, because they haven't really gotten anything going offensively. They've gotten down there, just haven't been able to get the shots to fall, as Dani Noble's going to get a breather. Full timeout, never mind.
So 60-second timeout by Coach Kirkbride. We'll take one with him here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Back here from the Capital Communications timeout, your Cheyenne South Lady Bison lead 30-21 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Dani Noble going to inbound the ball for the Lady Bison. We'll have it right now in the front court unless they go into the back court with the pass. Noble with the ball, inbounds it to Lexie Apodaca. 3:38 left in this third quarter. Anna Sanchez dribbles it back to Dani Noble. South going to slow it down a little bit, try to catch Central's defense falling asleep as they switch to a man defense. Apodaca with the ball. Gives it back to Sanchez. Sanchez almost loses it, and she gets it tied up, and it's going to stay South ball. Tell you what, when you run this type of stall offense, Steve, you got to make sure you don't turn the ball over. Ooh, sorry.
Dani will bring it in for the Lady Bison. She'll get to the left elbow and kick it out to Lexie.
See, what they're looking for, Steve, is they're looking for one of the baseline players to crash down too hard and give it to the other cutting player back for a wide open layup. They're hoping to catch Central's defense asleep with this. Central doing a good job so far.
Let Allen's Golden Pipes take a little play-by-play action.
Clarke with a turnaround spinning jump. Oh, and she misses it. But Lexie Apodaca comes away with the offensive rebound. Dani Noble with the runner, and it's up and in. And the foul is going to be on number 11, Aaron McIntyre, 5'4" senior for Central. Dani Noble going to the free throw line for the first time this game. She's got 16 points on the night. Make that 17 points. South now leads by double digits again, 33-21, as number 2, Michaela McBride checking in, 5'10" senior. Swanson brings the ball into the front court for the Lady Indians. She goes far side, number 33, and they're just going to pass it around. Number 33 gets the ball back.
Sarah
Creasel. They come near side now. Evans on the baseline looking to get the ball down low. Gets a tip and stolen, but Maria Grogan, but she's out of bounds. Coach Kirkbride screaming for Kara Clarke to help on that. There's a wild shot. You got to have some control on that. Dani Noble picks up her third foul.
And the Central player just got bailed out there.
Even Dani's surprised she got called for that. Carly Noble set to check in. She got 17 points, Steven. She's got 3 fouls. She's going to sit the rest of this quarter, most likely.
Bernier makes the first free throw.
And here comes Taylor Landon as well.
Sophie Seeley going to check back in for the shooter. Brunio's second is good as well. She is 5 of 6 from the line.
South lead cut back down to 10.
Now Central going to pressure up again.
Ref has to tell the Central cheerleaders to scoop back. It's not a trapping, so yeah, just push it up. There you go.
Now Lexie has it. Nice feed down to Karen, left hand up and in. Beautiful assist by Lexie Apodaca there.
That's her third dish of the game, Steven. I'll tell you what, she split the defenders on that. A pass that Peyton Manning would envy.
And there's a pass down there, yes. And that's going to be a turnover for Central.
I'll tell you what, this game next Thursday night against Central and South, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. The rubber match, but more importantly for the coveted.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself there.
I know, huh? I'm already calling it.
Yeah, you're already calling this game for South if you're saying that's the rubber match. Minute 49 and counting. Lexie with it out top. Now Anna drives down the lane. There's another nice dish to Kara, and I think she's going to be fouled by Sophie Seeley there.
She's going to go to the free throw line.
Seeley was moving backwards. She had position. She just would have stayed still. She'd have been all right. Instead, Kara will have 2. First one is no good.
That's all right. Abby Ferniow checks in. Ferniow.
Ooh, boy, Kara just blasting in there. Central fans wanted a over-the-back type call, but she'll knock the offensive rebound back to South. Now Lexie has it out top. Lexie working on Michaela McBride.
Well, she's shot
get it
no
back
man.
out top to Anna Sanchez.
She picked up her dribble, looking for somebody to be on that backside. Nobody was there, so Anna had to reset on that.
And Sophie Sarah Emily Evans again goes to the ground as Lexie misses the layup there. 12-point South lead, minute and 11 to go. What is the call here? So Kara called for a foul there.
South still leads by 12, but that was an empty possession right there, Steve.
14 fouls for both sides. Central with the ball now. Claire Swanson gets into the lane with the left-hander. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Lexie Apodaca. So Lexie's putting a nice stat line together tonight. How many rebounds?
10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
On senior night.
Then you got Dani Noble with 17 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough call, but there can only be one.
There's a nice pass to Taylor.
Oh,
she gets it to Carly. Carly, gets it stripped away on the way in. And it's going to be a held ball.
Carly had Kara Clarke wide open. South still leads by 12, 35-23, 28 seconds left in the third quarter on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Make sure you stay tuned or tune in for the second half of this doubleheader. South boys taking on Central. Be senior night for the boys as well.
Kaylin McBride in the lane, turnaround 8-footer, and airballs it.
Yep.
So South will have it, and they'll need to take it the length of the floor. 15.5 seconds to go in the half. South see if it gets some last points here. Carly dribbles through the trap, and Emily Evans is going to be called for a foul there. It's only her first. 5th Lady Indian team foul.
Emily Evans averages 16.5 points a game. Somebody's got to come to the ball.
They get it into Anna. And Anna's going to stop and pop. Airballs it. Comes down to Michaela. She gets it up to Claire Swanson. Swanson going to set a last-second shot. That is no good. So after 3 quarters of play, South maintains a double-digit lead. It's South 35, Central 23. Come back for fourth quarter girls action here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard and let them know 1112 BISN sent you. Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335. Or go.
That's 307-635-9335 for American Storage and Postal.
Hey, man, they got heated storage units out there now.
Now South's going to bring the ball in to start the fourth quarter. They have a 12-point lead. Let's see if they don't want to turn. Oh, she's laying on top of her. Bodies all over the place.
The bodies are hitting the floor. South has got to keep up that same intensity they had early in this game.
Ooh, dang.
Boy.
Kara hit the floor hard there.
Yeah, she went face first. That kind of.
Now they're trying to feed it down low to Sophie Seeley. And Emily Evans gets smacked in the face. So physical basketball starting to be played here. They feed down low to Kara, who looks like she walked, but what's the call?
It's going to be a foul.
Calls on Erin McIntyre, her third.
Dani Noble's back in the game. I would feed her the ball down low. They're going to play this man defense. They're going to collapse down on her probably to give the double team in the post. That's going to leave somebody wide open on the perimeter, Steve.
So South will bring it in under their own basket. Noble, three-pointer from the right side. It's good.
She is feeling it tonight. South back up
20 points
15.
for Dani on senior night. And that's just what the doctor ordered for South. Not only to keep the lead, but to expand upon it a little. Emily Evans out to Sophie Seeley, who loses the handle. Gets it to Michaela. Michaela's going to go down the lane. Stop, pop, no good. Dani had a hand on it, but it's going to come down to the Lady Indians. Michaela puts up a shot there. No good. And I believe that's off of black. Nope, they're going to say off of white.
I think Taylor tipped it right out of bounds. So
Maria Grogan, Lexie Apodaca checking back in. Claire Swanson gets it on the right side. Fernio.
Got her in the face. Carly Noble did. That's going to be her second.
Looks like the 15th foul for South.
So they still have one foul to give. Central has no more fouls to give. The next foul on them, and we'll be shooting 1-and-1.
Three-pointer, Swanson can't get it to go. Lexie's going to chase down the rebound. And South will have another possession. Up 15. They'll hurry it up the floor.
I love how Dani pushed that up the floor knowing that Central's defense wasn't set. She was hoping to catch him off guard. Few Central defenders turned around, had to pull up a dribble.
There's a South turnover, and Maria Grogan's going to be called for the foul there. It's going to be a 1-and-1 situation here. 1-and-1, I believe.
Nope, that's only South's sixth.
Who was it on?
It was on Grogan.
So now, from here on out, it'll be 1-1 for both sides. And there's a foul. Now we'll be in 1-1. And that's one thing South doesn't want to do is let Central score a lot of points without any time running off.
Well, I'm kind of questioning that foul, man. Anna was just sitting there. The ball went over her head, and the Central player reached over her head. I don't think that should have been a foul. They should have just let the play on, honestly, in my personal opinion.
Who's at the line?
Number 33. Creasel, 5'6" sophomore.
Makes the first.
She's a 33% free throw shooter, and she puts it down like she's 80, 90%.
Aaron McIntyre got to check in for the shooter. This is the point where if I'm the shooter, I'm missing on purpose so I don't have to come out of the game.
I completely agree.
She does make the second, and she'll take a seat on the bench. Now Dani going to check back in with her 3 fouls. 13-point lead.
Offense, defense type situation.
And South will bring it down. 3-on-2. Anna stops, pops, puts it down. From about 6 feet inside the lane. And South maintains that 15-point lead. And they will trade buckets with Central every possession.
South is one of the better defensive teams in the state.
Vernio gets wild inside, can't get it to go. Michaela turned around, can't get it to go.
Clarke just nabbed her 7th rebound of the game.
And now here comes South the other way. Outside to Dani. And South not going to be in any real big hurry to do much anything with 5 minutes to go in the game and a 15-point lead. Double dribble.
Yep.
Called from clear across the court by the C official. Neither the trail nor the lead on that side guy.
They must have been screened.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, he probably had a straight line to it. It just looks weird. So now Central will have a possession, 4:50 to go. Ooh, Dani almost was a steal there, but she can't control it. It goes out of bounds.
My phones are just buzzing off the hook over here for some reason. Must be Twitter. The Twitterverse is going nuts. Oh, you cannot leave Emily Evans like that.
Left-hander, wow, Vernio, misses point blank. Boy, South's just not going after the rebounds here.
It's their third.
Central's having opportunity after opportunity. Man, they've missed 4 shots, but had 3 offensive rebounds.
And that's going to send Carly, I think, to the free throw line.
.428 to go.
Carly hasn't scored yet this game, but she's got 2 rebounds.
Who committed the foul? Vernio? Carly makes the first.
So
her first point of the game.
So now every starter has scored for the Lady Bison as well.
She misses the second.
Dani Noble with the offensive rebound, though.
That's nice. And South will reset it. Now up 16, their biggest lead of the game.
41-25 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Nice ball movement by South. Now, don't get in a hurry, just kick it out. And Aaron McIntyre looks a little shook up on the play. Dani, turn around, right hand's good. 22 points for Dani Noble. And timeout on the floor, 60-second timeout. Let's take a break here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community.
Back here from that Tri-State Veterinary Clinic timeout. And if you're watching the game, this is who's leading the Lady Bison right now. Number 22, the senior. All-time leading scorer for the Lady Bison, on her way to another, hopefully a career night here for Cheyenne South, as they lead 43-25, Steve.
Allen hit the dump button on me. 18 points is the lead for South. 3:51 to go. Central with the ball. Evans to McBride. Looking for a big night here. Maybe a couple of wins would be an awesome way to spend a Friday night here at South. McBride, nice. Baseline move there, and she gets her first 2 points of the game on a nice basketball play.
Knife.
Nice.
A nice basketball play. They're looking to trap now.
Oh, and they just leave Anna alone, and she blows a little bunny. Kara with the offensive rebound. That's an offensive foul. Yeah. No doubter there.
Third foul on Kara.
She almost just punched Emily Evans in the face.
Did she really?
No, the ref did. And another timeout called here, so timeout's coming in bunches. 30-second timeout by Kirkbride. Talk a little bit about what's coming up later, Alan.
You got boys action as Laramie Plainsmen were upset by Central last night. So Central's riding a wave of emotion in the second game coming into this. Three-way tie for second place. So they're going to be looking for the win, but the question is how much they're going to have it in them as the boys team coming off an emotional win 2 nights ago against East.
They did change this to a 60-second timeout. Nice looking student crowd tonight for this girls game. As Alan mentioned earlier, a lot of times the student sections aren't quite as big for the girls games as they are the boys, but with these crosstown rivalries, usually you get everybody out early.
South always having one of the, I'm going to say it, they have the best student section in the state of Wyoming for basketball. No school can match their loudness here at Cheyenne South High School.
So Central will have the ball, 3:13 to go in the ball game, 16-point South lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 seniors set to be introduced in between games.
That's for the dance team, the cheer team, and the boys.
Basketball team.
Basketball. There's only 2 on the boys.
So probably closer to a 7:30 start for the boys game tonight.
But I'll tell you what, the Lady Bison are starting to play their best basketball of the season at the right time, Steve.
There's a steal there by Carly Noble. And now, boy, grabbed Danny's arm there. I think Fernie, it was either Fernie or Michaela, but Danny's going to go get shots.
Still a 1-and-1.
Call it on Michaela. Michaela McBride. Danny will go to the line.
So what I was saying is, you know, with the conference tournaments beginning next Thursday, South is really starting to play their best basketball of the season. And it started last week when #1 ranked Sheridan was here in town.
Danny misses the first. Kara goes up and volleyballs the rebound to Carly Noble.
9 rebounds on the night for Kara. Tell you what, she's playing great basketball on the boards.
Dani gets to the hole, puts it up and in.
Well, I'll tell you
I believe
what.
that's her 24th point of the night.
24th point. She's only 3 points away from resetting the school record of points
that's
scored.
a double dribble.
She owns the record. I think her school record is 24, 25 points. I don't have it in front of me right now. So I'm just going to say safely, if she scores 3 more points in this game, she'll set the new school record for points scored in a game, Steve.
So they get it into Taylor Landon. And it's going to come down to regionals between these two teams to see who gets to go to state. I think South has proved tonight that they can play right with this team. Anna Sanchez misses the 10-footer, and McBride up for the rebound. But there's going to be a South foul on Kara Clarke.
It's her fourth. So here's my question. If South can hold on to win this, they'll be tied with Central record-wise in the 4A East. Will they still hold the coin toss to determine the 4 and 5 seed? Because depending on what seed you are, it depends on what side of the bracket you go on to.
Yeah, I would think they'd have to. McBride makes the first. 3 points on the night for her.
And I'm sure they'll do the coin toss tonight. So hopefully we'll know by the end of the boys' game if South can hold on, who's the 4 and who's the 5. You got to want that ball when it's right there, and South just didn't want it at that time.
Under 2 minutes to go.
45-28, Steve.
17-point lead. Creasel now to Claire Swanson. Ooh. Swanson misses.
That's over
and
the
there's
back.
over the back by number 21. Fernio, I believe that's going to be her fourth.
It's going to send Dani Noble to the free throw line, still for a 1-and-1. Ariana Marlin set to check in. So as soon as this broadcast is over, we're going to end this feed and immediately start the next feed so we can celebrate senior night with the dance team, the cheer team, as well as the boys basketball team. Dani Noble's first free throw is up and in.
25 points for Dani. Looking for her 26th point. What a way to go out. What a way to put a cap on a career here at home for the senior. 26 points for Dani. The way to cap it. Put an exclamation point at the end of that career.
Playing their last home game at Cheyenne South. She's been here with us for 4 years as a starter.
And then she grabs it from Michaela McBride, causes a turnover.
Yeah, you know, if I'm Coach Kirkbride, I want to leave her out there. I want to leave her out there. South's going to, I can tell you right now, their 19-point lead, I don't see them giving up 19 points in a minute and a half.
No, I think you want to sit her down with about a minute left. Let her get out. Let all these seniors sit down, get a big ovation. I'd start taking them out one at a time. But that's me. Lexie Apodaca can't get it to go. Ariana up big, tried to get a rebound there.
So these two teams will play again next Thursday. Depends on who the 4 and who the 5 is. It's going to come down to a coin toss.
Claire Swanson with a 3 there. Under a minute to go.
We'll try to get a hold of Dani Noble to get an interview with her on this emotional night. And there's a turnover.
Claire Swanson's going to go in. Don't foul her. Don't foul her! Jeez.
43% free throw shooter on the season. She's going to get 1 for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Silliness. Let her have the layup. You're up 19 points or 16 points. She does miss, though. And Weiss out, you know. And Kara's up. Oh, she gets it ripped away by Fernio. Here comes Swanson the other way. And there's another foul. Boy, South not playing really smart basketball here in the last couple minutes. You got a 16-point lead. Take some time on the offensive side of things. and don't foul on defense.
So it looks like your substitutions are going to happen.
Looks like the 4 seniors are going to come out as Fernio misses the first. Good job, ladies.
Good job.
There's the 4 seniors come out of the game.
What a way to end a career.
Standing O by the crowd. These kids have fought hard for 4 years. And ball's out of bounds there. So both free throws missed by Fernio. 18.4 to go. Fama. So South going to bring it in. A little bit of central pressure now. I just stand back and hold it.
Yep.
6 seconds to go. So this one's going to go final on senior night. The Lady Bison get a big win. A big conference win over crosstown rival Central. The score is South 47, Central 33. We'll be back with boys action here shortly. Steve Allen wants to try to get an interview here.